Here we are looking at a Lofrans 1000 anchor windlass vertical mounted access, and these are supposed to be really good from what I hear. I've seen some reviews and talked to friends, and when they're vertically mounted like that, the most obvious advantage is that they have at least half of a grip on the chain or line, and that's a big improvement over a horizontally mounted windlass, where when the rod or the chain comes over the top and down into the chain locker, you're only getting about a quarter of a grip, of a bite on the line, and that's the weak point. It'll skip, which I have that issue on my other boat. That's Valhalla over there. Over there I have a manual windlass. What I'm going to do, my objective here, this thing is has not been used in years, and lots of corrosion all around. I won't even dare to try to use it in this condition. I'm going to go through the entire windlass. I'm going to take it off, I'm going to disinstall the windlass and all its electrical components. I'm going to lay it out on a bench. I'm going to clean and clean and clean, replace anything that I can and repair anything that I can. Hopefully get it good and clean and working on the bench test. Okay, so this is an absolute mess. I'm going to disentangle and disconnect and disassemble as much as I can now. Okay, just by observing, I'm thinking perhaps I might just use a spanner, disconnect the main. Okay, so now I have all the electrical stuff disconnected from the unit itself, and now I could slow things down. Since I bought this boat, this nut, this main nut that keeps on the Gypsy is corroded, stuck, and I'm trying to unfreeze it. I've used Croil, which is my go-to for stubborn bolts that are corroded, frozen, but I've done it at least 15 times. This is MAP gas, and I'm gonna do this on a daily basis. Just give it heat, warm it up real good, and then try to loosen the nut. All right, after beating and heating with butane for hours and hours and just smashing it with a hammer, smashing it and smashing it, ruining my equipment. I busted the handle open on this one because I used it as a lever with the hammer, and this thing is old and brittle, and so that destroyed that. So that's a casualty. This whole entire thing might be a casualty. I don't know. It looks horrific. It looks like this bolt has mushroomed. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, look at this. Look at how much corrosion is in there. That is disgusting. I beat the heck out of this thing, so I hope I didn't knock bearings. Okay, so that's part of why it's so disgusting, is because this washer has degraded disintegrated. The shaft looks good. And you know, the drum looks okay. All right, so been working hard, making some progress. And now I found out I got to get rid of here. So those bolts got to go so I can get that tongue off, and then I can get the gypsy off. But I hope these are nowhere near as hard to get off as the drum was. That was epic. This is where we're at a juncture here. You know, this could be either great or I could strip the bolt. It could be an epic fail, and it could be one of those heartbreaking moments. So I'm gonna go real slow, see if I can just get this thing off. Oh shit, it just doesn't seem right. That one I got lucky. Okay, sweet, I got this one out. Although it doesn't have a very positive feel when I was turning the threads. It was almost sloshy. Well, I had thought this was a Lofrans winch because I found some literature on this boat when it was for sale, and it stated that it had a Lofrans 1000 watt electric vertical windlass. But here I'm seeing it says master winch. So once again on this side, when I pulled that thread out, just look at that. That just does not look good. So I'm putting heat on that, but being careful not to destroy the plastic looking riser. Back to work on the master winch, not a Lofrans. And yesterday was a big day. We got the drum off with that main nut, and that came off. And we found, we discovered some good things. That the inside of the drum looks fine, the shaft looks good. This washer, that can be replaced, no problem. There's a little bit of a clutch in there. We got the gypsy right here. We got these 3 bolts here that need to be taken off. And one of them stripped, the other one was almost stripped. This one is corroded, frozen to this top piece. It screws in over here to the bottom piece. Hopefully we'll get it off. Yeah, this gets busy. So I'm still trying to figure out how this engine separates from the shaft. I think it just may be resting on there by pure frozen corrosion, and I just have to bang it off. I don't see anything. Some of them have a clip here. On second thought, perhaps I should completely disassemble this unit from the top first. And so I just tried to swing this tongue around and it worked. All right, let's clean it up, see what we got here. Just take our time. It's a moment to feel the reward. Okay, we got it off just by prying it with screwdrivers and a pick. So that's for the shaft, and that's for the bearing. Okay, I got the clip off. Wasn't too bad. Hot. I just hope that this is salvageable. Gotta make a new mounting base. Okay, so I pulled the motor on deck so I can clean it up. Clean it up and give it a real good look. Wow. That thing just came off. Got it off. Okay, this is not promising news. I got the bolts off of here, the fastening that holds the mount, and there's water coming out of there. Really bad looking water. Went down below, unscrewed the nuts on these bolts, and this piece comes off. We got 2 holes in the deck here, and I'm gonna have to clean this up, and then I'm gonna fiberglass over everything. The red and the black on the bottom are going to the motor. The blue and the black are coming from the battery. Okay, so I got the old master winch windlass here. Put it in a box. I'm taking it home. Most likely it'll never see action again, but I'm hanging on to it just in case. Just in case I get bored. I want to take this thing apart, just have a little fun with it. I could always drop this off at the local shop that they do alternators and fans and things like that. Just see if they could have a little fun just with the motor itself, and then I could look into getting a part for it. I could clean up the control box and everything else. We'll see. But I think I feel better to not use this on the boat and rather use a manual windlass and have something that's more tried and true and dependable. Project boat Nika patiently awaits the next step in her restoration.